Awesome. Hello, everybody, and welcome to our Own Your Own Life event. My name is Bridget, if you don't know me, and I have the pleasure of being your host tonight. So, if you're watching this here with us tonight, or someone has sent you this recording, then I would just like to invite you to sit back and relax and listen with an open heart and open mind. And we're going to share a few things with you here tonight. One is around creating an extra income that's giving us a little bit more freedom and choices in our lives. And the other is about a beautiful whole food nutritional support that we use, and that's called Juice Plus. So to introduce myself quickly, I came across this opportunity around 6.5 years ago now. I was a busy mum of one little girl, and I had a catering company at the time. So I was actually looking for a program and came across an ad on Facebook, and they were doing one of our 6-week challenges that we run on for our programs. So I tried to lose post-baby weight and had not much success, tried a whole lot of different other programs, and yeah, every time I would stop, the weight would come back on, and yeah, everything just kind of went back to where it was. So I was kind of at a bit of a wit's end, but it was a friend of mine that was sharing this program. So I thought, right, I'm just going to give it a go. And I jumped on, and these beautiful products that we'll talk about in a minute came with it. I did not want any products. So I was already taking loads of products, but I had to take them because they came with the program. And to tell you the truth, I love the program. I'm a chef. I'm very fussy with recipes and things like that. And so I was very skeptical, but the recipes were delicious, really easy, family friendly. And there was so much support, which I think made the big difference into my success. So I managed to lose around 6 kilos on our 6-week program. And that was awesome. Kind of felt like myself again, but it was, kind of 3 months, 4 months in that I noticed all these other changes happening in my body. And so yeah, I noticed that I had lots more energy, my skin had started to clear, then my hormones regulated, I no longer got period pains, I could handle stress a lot better, which was a huge thing as a wedding caterer. And one of the biggest things for me is that about 5 months into being on the products, I had my last migraine. So I have been migraine free for 6 years now, which is definitely life-changing when you have small children. Yeah, so to share a little bit around the company itself before I pass it on to my friend Joe. This company is called Juice Plus. It's been around for over 53 years, and it's still owned by the founder and president, Jay Martin, which is pretty cool. I like to call it a legacy company, and we operate in over 24 countries. So I think there's definitely a few more that are going to open up in the coming years. And if you didn't know, which I think most people do now, the health and wellness industry is actually a $1 trillion industry now. And the thing I love about these products, which you'll hear about now, is that they're a product that stood the test of time. We all know we need to eat more fruit and vegetables. Aren't always nailing it. I am passionate about health, and I definitely don't often get my 9 serves of fruit and veg into my diet every day. So to bring that a bit more to life, I'm going to bring on my friend Jo. She might share a little bit around her story with the products and around our beautiful products.
Awesome. Thanks, Brett. Hey guys, I'm Jo. I'm a single mum of 4 in Christchurch, and I came across products 7 years ago. I was probably a little bit different, similar to Bridget in the way that I had tried everything and anything from supermarkets and pharmacies to boost my children's immunity. They were constantly sick, always at the doctor's, always on antibiotics, steroids, in hospital, you name it. We were just constantly getting respiratory issues. And I just thought, look, it's fruits and veggies. What have I got to lose? And I can tell you 7 years on made a huge difference in the children's immunity. So going from it being at the doctor's every other week to we've had 4 visits in 7 years, and 1 lot of antibiotics. So that was a massive game changer for my family. And then for me personally, I was like, well, I'll jump on board, because I'll tell you in a minute, you do get products free for kids when adults take them. I thought it was pretty healthy, to be honest. I ate pretty well. I do have celiac, so I've always sort of suffered with digestive issues and bloating. I had migraines, cold sores, period pain. When you say it out loud, I wasn't healthy at all, but I just thought that was normal. And kind of like Bridget, and then I got on the products and soon realized my body really just wasn't functioning how it was supposed to be. And very similar to Bridget's story, like in 7 years, I had my last migraine over 6.5 years ago. I haven't had a cold sore I no longer suffer from bloating or period pain, and I've lost over 30 kilos on our program. And that was just essentially improving my gut health and getting my body right. I was one of those people who had to work out hard out at the gym, eat absolutely nothing bad to lose the weight, and then I just pack it all back on. So it's really taught me how to create a healthier lifestyle long term. I've also had a baby in the past 7 years and took the products while I was pregnant. And there's not many products out there that don't have warning labels for pregnancy or while you're breastfeeding, and that's what I love about it too. So as Bridget said, our product is called Juice Plus. It's been around for over 25 years, and it's literally fruits and veggies, which I know sounds way too simple, but we all know fruits and veggies are good for us. We definitely don't get enough. I know when we were kids, it was like 5 a day. Now they recommend 9 to 12 serves, and even someone who's super healthy, that's hard to get in your diet every single day of the year. If you're a busy person or if you're a busy mum or whatever it is, look, sometimes it's toasties for dinner or something easy. So this is just filling in the gaps. It's not to replace fruits and veggies, it's filling in the gaps in our diet that we're just not getting from the produce and the food that's available for us now. So we've got a really simple product range, which I'm going to show you guys. These are our capsules. I'm missing one there, which is the berries. So you've got fruit is the red, green veggie, and our berries. So in there, you've got over 35 vine ripened, dried, crushed fruits and veggies, and they're popped into a vegan capsule. So there's no nasty preservatives. There's nothing artificial popped into there. The capsule's also made from pollen, which is a plant, which means I have tried this when I lived in Outback Australia. I left it out in the sun and it actually dissolved and went off, rotted like fruits and veggies. So it just shows you there's nothing, fillers, nothing of that so to keep in there. It's, I suppose, compared to taking a synthetic vitamin, if you've tried the ones at supermarkets and pharmacies like I had, your body will absorb these in 5 to 10 minutes because it's fruits and veggies. And there you've got things like, on the back, actually, I was saying, it reads like a food label. So you've got things like apple, peach, cranberry. Our bodies know what that is. It's whole food. So it'll absorb into the body and go to where you need it, which means everybody is getting different results on our products. Whereas if you're taking a synthetic vitamin, your body doesn't recognize the ingredients, and unfortunately you get that yellow disco wee, and we're just weeing it out. So these products are amazing. And then we also have the Kids Chews, which essentially is the same product. It's just in a chewable form with tapioca starch and fruit pectin. These contain less than 1 gram of sugar, which is what I love. And adults can take them as well if you're not somebody who finds swallowing a capsule quite hard. These are delicious. My kids, think they're lollies, but they're getting like 17 fruits and veggies in their diet every single day. Our other product, which I haven't got on me today, which also comes in a capsule like this, which is the omegas. It's a plant-based omega. So we've taken out the middleman, which was the fish. So yucky fishy aftertaste. It's plant seeds and algae. So we've gone straight to the source of the algae. So this is like a broad spectrum omega. So you've got like omega 3, 5, 6, 7, and 9. I remembered them all. In this one omega. Our bodies don't naturally produce omegas, so we do need to get them in our diet, and you do have to eat a lot of fish, avocados, and nuts to hit that target. So once again, filling in the gaps in our diet. Amazing for brain health, eyes, skin, and especially when if you're pregnant or breastfeeding, all this goodness is going to go into your body, into the placenta, and feed the baby. So amazing for brain health, for growing a little bubba. And our last product is our plant-based protein powders. They do come in bulk packs like this, or you can buy individual sachets, vanilla or chocolate. Now these are delicious. I'm surprised we actually still have any of these left because they don't last very long in our house. It's got 17 superfoods, pre and probiotics. You've got niacin in there, which is a natural mood booster. And the thing I love about it is anybody can take these. So kids, pregnant, breastfeeding mums, anybody on medication. So my kids think they're getting a chocolate smoothie in the morning. Little do they know it's got like mushrooms, alfalfa sprouts, broccoli. Then a lot of them read the back of it because they think it tastes like chocolate or vanilla. And you can use these in baking, smoothie bowls, whatever you want to do, name it. Protein powders just aren't for people who go to the gym. Once again, it's filling in the gaps in our diet. So alongside our really cool, simple range here, we also, as Bridget was saying, we have an online program. And in there you've got hundreds of recipes, all based on whole foods. You've got yoga, Pilates, home workouts, mindset tools, meditations, you name it, and you get lifetime access to our program, even if you stop taking our products. This is where I really learned to help fuel my body with the goodness and lose the weight and keep it off. So I'm going to pass it back to Bridget.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Jo. I just wanted to bring on a lovely lady, Crystal, now, who's been on the products just over a month, maybe. I'll just come off mute, Crystal, and I'll share your spotlight. I'd love to know, in the short time that you have been on the products, actually first tell me what got your interest, really, what piqued your interest around the products, and why did they make sense to you? You're just on mute, hun, sorry.
Okay, is that better?
Yeah.
So I heard about Juice Plus through my sister. So she would tell me about all the benefits that she had, and I was like, you know what, that sounds like something that I would actually enjoy myself. And it was things like, a huge thing for me was finding the energy. Like I feel like I haven't had a lot of energy pretty much since having children, and I've got a 10-year-old and a 3-year-old, so it's a lot of time to not be feeling yourself, I guess. I also wanted to find a product that actually made a difference, because I have tried supermarket stuff, I've tried nutrient powders. I ended up having to stop one because I just could not stand taking it anymore. It wasn't for me, and I just wasn't getting any results. So as soon as I started hearing that Juice Plus had all these amazing things, it's like, let's do it. So I just dived in and did it.
Awesome. And so tell me, I think you've been on the products for only a couple of months now, and in that short time, what have you noticed? Any changes in how you're feeling?
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me is my sleep is so much better. I would always wake up during the night and just not be able to sleep. It didn't matter what I did, it was just constant waking up. About a month in after taking Juice Plus, that's where I found a big difference, is I was actually getting to sleep faster and staying asleep, and that was huge for me, because that's something I've struggled with for a very long time. So that was the first thing. The other thing that I found also was, during my period, I would have quite a lot of cramps, and it was really hard to even stand up during the day. It just felt like you're just being dragged down. It was very weird. And then soon as I started taking Juice Plus, I've had 3 cycles now, and there's no pain. And that's incredible. Like, that's crazy to me to not have that, because I thought that was just part of what you had to suffer as a woman. That was, normal. So yeah, that's my 2 biggest things for me at the moment.
Awesome. That's amazing. And considering you've only been on a couple of months, like, I know a few things happened straight away for me, but it was definitely, the compounding over time that I started to notice different changes in my body. And so is there anything that you're hoping to get out of continuing to take the products and doing the program?
The biggest thing for me would be immunity, especially for my girls. They're constantly sick, and I swear it's like every 2 weeks. It feels like it's every 2 weeks. So for me to have a better immunity for myself and for my children, that would be amazing. So yeah.
Yeah, awesome. And I think just hanging in there, like the clinical studies show, like after 4 to 5 months is where your immune system gets a lot stronger. And I know that, yeah, for us over time of taking it, like my kids now, they never get sick. Like I never had problems like Jo did. Her kids were in hospital all the time, but my kids, they're at daycare or at school, and everyone's got colds or whatever, and they don't seem to pick it up anymore. So I'm sure that you will notice those changes over time. Thank you so much for sharing. I know it can be a bit scary sometimes. Thank you.
Thanks.
Awesome. So I'm going to switch gears a little bit now and just talk around business behind it. Like I said, I was a caterer before and I love my business. You know, I got into owning my own business so I could own my own life. And after, if anyone's ever had their own business, maybe they don't say that in the same sentence anymore. I ended up working like 16 to 17-hour days in the weekend all through summer doing weddings. And even though it totally brought me a lot of joy in the beginning, as I had a family, I just realized that it wasn't in line with my highest values anymore. And when Juice Plus came into my life, that was kind of a way to, at the first, to be able to earn a bit of income over the winter, not cater over the winter. But then it turned out that when I had got pregnant with my son, it was an option to be able to sell my catering company and turn this into a full-time income. So that's what happened. I definitely wasn't prepared to cater with a newborn again, and I was lucky enough to have this on the back burner at the time that I could pick up and keep going. And before, when I had my daughter, I didn't know that existed. So I definitely in the beginning thought, you know, I don't have any time. I was working crazy, but I realized when I got in here, it's a very step-by-step system. And so the more that I learned, the more my vision grew and the more I got excited to take this to the next level. I think what we have here is a really smart business model, and I just want to bring on, I'll see if I can share screen with you guys to give you a little bit of an idea. Hopefully you guys can see that. And so this is called the cash flow quadrant. This is by Robert Kiyosaki from Rich Dad Poor Dad. So most of us are on the left side now. We're an employee. We make money by working for other people. We get paid a wage or paid an hourly rate. Go to work, we come home, someone puts money in our account every week. Like that is your normal job, no? And then you have like self-employed, which is what I thought I was a business owner, but I really was just a self-employed person when I had my catering company because the business wasn't working for me. I was still working in that ridiculous hours. If I didn't work, nothing happened, you know, like I was really just owning my own job and sometimes paying my staff more than I paid myself. So the idea, I guess, in life is to get off the left side and get on to the right side, you know. So where Juice Plus fits in is on the right side as a business owner. You have all the benefits of being a business owner, but without the headaches, because obviously head office do all the hard work for you, like shipping the products and taking the payments, and you're just connecting the customer with the product in head office. And when you are a business owner, you have a system that makes money for you. So it doesn't matter if you're working or not, things are still ticking on with or without you. And that's where it starts to get a bit more clever, you know. And then, of course, there's an investor down the bottom, which I think that's, you know, most of us, if we are entrepreneurs, that's where we want to end up in the future, to be able to have money to invest and move forward. So that gives you a little bit of an idea around the different types of models and how, you know, Juice Plus or network marketing can be such a smart business model. The thing I really loved about this business too was the ability to get paid more than one way. With my catering job, I would earn profit off weddings and events, and if you work a normal job, you get paid an hourly rate, and that's it, you know. But here we actually get paid three ways. So the first way is retail sales profit, which is pretty simple. We sell a product, the company gives us commission for selling that product. The next way is bonuses, and I'm not sure if I actually ever got a bonus in my life before I joined this company, but there's so many bonuses on the table. Really exciting, and it starts really early on from as little as $150 up to thousands. And we actually have over 100K in bonuses available through the compensation plan, which is incredible. And then you have what we call performance bonus, and this is what we call like the long-term money, the beach money. This is when this is what sets this business apart from a job, and this is an extra 3% that gets paid over everything that's going through your business by the company. So this is what allowed me to take a back seat in my business when I was really, really sick with hyperemesis. So I was pregnant. This is when I had my little one, Sebi, was only 10 weeks old, and he had really bad silent reflux, and I was living off 2 hours of sleep, and I just had to put this business down, but I was continuing getting paid from this business. So it's a really, really smart model. So to kind of bring that to life now, I'm going to bring on a couple of my girls to share around their experience on the business so far, and I'd love Rach to come off mute, hun, and share your story.
Hi. My name is Rachel. I'm a stay-at-home mum of 2 under 3. I really feel those first 1,000 days are so important for our kids' development, but being on a single income was getting increasingly harder. So I'd looked at going back to work, but after the cost of putting 2 into daycare just wasn't worth it. After working out what I'd earn in the week and then having to pay for their care, it just meant I had like nothing left over at the end of the week. Um, Plus, I also really wanted to be there for all the milestones and enjoy creating special memories with them. But days at home with kids can be really isolating when you have no family around or any funds to be able to take the kids out or even to go out for coffee with friends for social interaction. Even my craft hobbies had dried up because free materials only go so far. Anyway, at first I was very hesitant about the business. My list of objections was super long. As to why I couldn't start something new. Things like I had no time, no money. I'd already tried other products and business opportunities that hadn't worked out. But eventually, after watching Bridget for a while, this business started making sense to me because we constantly were unwell last year, getting sick, and I'd learned that the products, it was like 10 weeks straight of being sick day after day. I mean, get better for a day and then we'd get sick again, and it was just relentless, and I was getting exhausted and just wasn't recovering. But anyway, I'd learned that the products are proven to improve immune system function and that it was also possible to pay through for the products through the business. I also saw the opportunity to be able to fund my hobbies again and to be able to buy things for my kids. So it kind of just felt like a light at the end of a very dark tunnel. But since joining, I've realized the support and community here is amazing and something I actually really needed. I feel like I have a purpose again, as this aligns with so many of my values, but mostly I'm super excited about the ability to never have to return to traditional employment again. Is definitely the answer, and more to my lifelong dream of being able to work from home around my kids.
Awesome. Thanks, Rach. And I know that as you continue here in this business, you've done so much amazing stuff so far, and I'm so excited for what happens future. You've definitely got a really bright future here, so I'm so stoked to be working alongside you. And another beautiful lady that I met last year at a mum's group is Chloe, and I'd love, Chloe, for you to come and share your story as well.
Hi, thanks, Bridget. So I'm Chloe, and I'm a mama of 2. I've got an 8-year-old and a 6-year-old now, almost 7. And I came across Juice Plus about 6 months ago, which was such an eye-opener for me. I just started learning more about how deficient we are in so many things. And I was running my own cleaning business that I'd started up 2.5 years prior. And so I was just running around doing everything and fitting in as much as I could. And then at the start of last year, I had a friend that introduced me to Fight Fit, which I laughed about at first, went along and decided I really liked it. And then so 6 months later, when I came across this, I was open to new things and trying new things because you never know where it's going to take you. And so I jumped on this and saw if I could make a go of it. And really the thing that really got me was not just, the nutrition side of things and being curious around it, but it was also the support network that I saw through it straight off the bat. I got to know Bridget really well. Our daughters are the same age, so we connected on that level. And we just shared very similar values on what we wanted to do with everything. And I wanted to be able to ease the workload because it was getting a bit overwhelming and a bit too much. I've always been quite an energizer, anyone that knows me. And I've always, wanted to help people. And so I found the business side of this as an opportunity to be able to help people. And so that just lights me up, that, thinking of that I can create an income, but also help people through their health and wellness as well as my family. Both my kids take the gummies. They absolutely love them. I found it exciting to be able to give them something as well as myself, to better our family. And the fact that I can help others through that as well is, yeah, just what is really exciting. Looking forward.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Chloe. I know that often, getting on and sharing your story and things it can be a little bit scary. So thank you so much, girls, for being brave. And the cool thing I love about this business is everyone can come into this for a different reason. You might come in here like Chloe, and she's just like, I'm just want to release a little bit of my own business's workload, and this can pick up the slack and the income, and that's just going to give me more time with my kids. Or maybe you're like Rach, who's got young kids at home and doesn't want to go back to work. Or maybe you are like me, who owned a business and just realized that wasn't what she wanted anymore. There's so many opportunities here, and you can come in here for $500 a month, or you can come in here for $10,000, $20,000 a month. It's totally up to you. So I just really want to thank you all for jumping on tonight and listening to our stories. The cool thing that has really, really meant everything for me, apart from income and all that, is that I've been able to be at home with my son for the last 3 years. I never got that with my daughter, and he just started daycare last month, not because he needed to, but because he was really ready to. And I was, I didn't have to say, okay, you need to go to daycare, because I need to go back to work. So that was so important for me. So I'll be forever grateful that I said what if to this 6 years ago. I had so many questions, and I just paused for a moment and allowed myself to dream and allowed myself to think what was the mum that I wanted to be. And this business has given me this. So if you have any questions, I encourage you to get them answered and talk to the person that has invited you here tonight. If I hadn't done that, I'd probably still be working 16-hour days at my catering company, and my boy would have gone to daycare at 6 months old. So one moment in your life can change the entire direction of your life. I totally believe that, if you're open to it. So thank you so much again for taking time out tonight. Have a wonderful evening, and hopefully we see you inside this space again soon. So, good night, everybody.